Hello students, welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham Ali Khan. So far 13 problems I have completed on computation of income from house property. The remaining problems I'm going to continue in this video. So if you want the perfect knowledge, watch all the videos from beginning till end, all the problems. Then only you can get full command on this subject of income tax. Income tax have so many provisions. You have to remember. So if you are confident, you can confidently write in examination. So my suggestion, watch every video. And before watching the video, keep a notebook, calculator, pen ready so that when provisions comes, immediately write it down. And take the printout of the problems given in the link under my description. So the problems are based on the theory. So first, watch the theory. If you have not watched, I suggest you go to the playlist of my channel. Select the subject. Income tax for the assessment year 25-26. Watch the videos, then only watch the theory videos. Then only you can understand the problem better. So if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe my channel. Now I am starting 14th problem. Sri Arunachalam purchased a house in Pune on 1st July 2012. He is using the house completely for his residential purpose. That means this point is very important. The house is used for residential purpose, self-occupied house. Then the fair rental value, FRV of the house is 1 lakh, while the municipal rental value 80,000 per annum. So for self-occupied house, already in the previous video I have explained one problem on self-occupied. The net annual value of self-occupied house is nil. No deductions are given under section 24 except one deduction, interest on loan taken to purchase the house, to construct the house, to repair, to renovate, to reconstruct the house. Then only deduction will be given under section 24B. So when NAV itself is nil, so there is no need of MRV, FRV. Then during the year he paid municipal taxes, ignore. We don't require municipal taxes. And land revenue 3,000, ignore. And interest on loan taken to purchase the house 1,50,500, compute his income from house property. Now for giving the deduction for interest on loan, we have to see whether the loan is taken before 1/4/1999 or after 1/4/1999. If the loan is taken before 1/4/1999, 30,000 is the limit, not more than 30,000. But if the loan is taken after 1/4/1999, the limit is 2 lakh, not 30,000. So you have to remember the demarcation date, 1st April 1999. Here he has purchased the house on 1/7/2012. That means after 1/4/1999. So limit is 2 lakh. How much he has paid? 1,50,500. So fully allowed as deduction. Now see here. For self-occupied house, interest on loan taken to purchase the house is allowed as deduction. The loan is taken after 1/4/1999. Hence deduction is allowed up to 2 lakh rupees. So computation of income from self-occupied house, net annual value is nil. And deduction under section 24B, interest on loan taken to purchase the house 1,50,500. Limit up to 2 lakh rupees, it is allowed as deduction. Here the loan interest is paid 1,50,500. The loss from self-occupied house 1,50,500. That's it. Now I am coming to the 15th problem. Srikant owns a house at Jaipur. Municipal rental value 65,000 and FRV is 78,000. During the previous year, the house is used for its residential purpose. Again self-occupied. We don't require MRV, we don't require FRV. Right? During the previous year, the house is mortgaged with the bank for a loan of 5 lakh at the rate of 15% interest to renovate the house. Compute income from house property for the current assessment year. So for renovation also, interest paid will be allowed. So here, interest on loan taken to repair or renovate the house either before 1/4/1999 or after 1/4/1999. The deduction is limited to 30,000. Purchase करने के लिए, construction करने के लिए limit 30,000 or 2 lakh, depending whether the loan is taken before 1/4/1999 or after 1/4/1999. But repair के लिए, चाहे loan is taken before 1/4/1999 or after 1/4/1999, the limit is up to 30,000 only. for repairing or for renovation. So net annual value, NAV is nil. Deduction under section 24B, interest on loan taken to repair the house, 30,000. The loss from self-occupied house, 30,000. That's it. So now I am coming to 16th problem. Sri Uma Maheshwar Rao on 1st June 2024, he purchased a flat in Sri Satya Sai residential complex for his residential purpose, again self-occupied, for 38 lakh. He availed a housing loan from ICICI Bank for 24 lakh at the rate of 14%. Compute his income from house property for the current assessment year. Loan is taken after 1/4/1999, right? The limit is up to 2 lakh. Now we calculate 14% of 24 lakh. Interest on loan taken from 1/6. Actually, during the year it is taken. Our year begins from 1st April 24 and ends on 31st March 25. This is the previous year. So during the previous year, 1st June, so how many months? June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 9 months. So 9 months interest we have to calculate. So 24 lakh into 14%, 3 lakh 36,000. But deduction under section 24B is up to the limit of 2 lakh. Hence, deduction is allowed up to 2 lakh rupees only. Actual interest paid is more than 2 lakh, but the limit has been given by Income Tax Act up to 2 lakh. So, computation of income from self-occupied house, net annual value nil. Deduction under section 24B, 2 lakh. The loss from self-occupied house, 2 lakh. That's it. Now, 17th problem. Mr. Mahesh Chandra has built a house on a leasehold land. He has let out the building on a monthly rent of 18,500. Municipal value 7,000 per month and fair rental value 9,000 per month. So this house is let out, not self-occupied. During the previous year, his expenses on the house on rent received are municipal taxes 8%, staff security maintenance 10%, repairs 15%, insurance 3%. Remember, repairs, insurance, ignore. Interest paid on loan taken to construct the house 8% on the outstanding loan of 9 lakh. There is outstanding loan amount of 9 lakh. On that, interest paid is 8%. Compute income from house property for the current assessment year. Now, actual rent received 18,500 into 12, 2,22,000. Municipal taxes are given as 8% of rent received. In the problem, it is given municipal taxes as 8% here. During the previous year, his expenses on the house on rent received are municipal taxes 8%. Specifically given, this 8% is on rent received, right? So 8%. Normally, municipal taxes will be based on MRV. But in this problem specifically, it is given on rent received 8%. So 8% of 2,22,000, 17,760. Now, security staff maintenance is given as 10% of 2,22,000, 22,200. This expenditure can be treated as cost of facility. That means the SSC, the owner, is not collecting service charges, but it is providing the service. What service? Security staff salary. So Income Tax Act says the cost of facility should be deducted from the actual rent received to find out ARV. This expenditure can be treated as cost of facility provided to the tenant, so it can be deducted from actual rent received to get ARV. That is a new point. Now, gross annual value. GAV is least of the following 3 amounts. So, not least, here there is a printing mistake. GAV is higher. It is higher, not least. Higher of the following 3 amounts. MRV is 84,000, FRV 1,08,000 and ARV actual 2,22,000 minus 22,200. This is the cost of facility provided, security staff salary. The higher is 1,99,800. So the highest among the 3 is 199,800. Hence GAV is 199,800, right? Now, computation of income from house property of Mr. Mahesh Chandra for the assessment year 25-26. GAV 1,99,800 just now we have calculated. Municipal taxes we have calculated in working note 17,760. NAV is 182.40. Deduction, standard deduction under section 24A, 30% of NAV, that is 54,612. Interest on loan taken to purchase and repair the house, 72,000. So 1,26,612. So deduct 55,428 is the income from house property. That's it. 17th problem completed. Now I am coming to problem number 18. See carefully. Sri Vimal Chopra is owning 3 houses. All the houses are used by him for his residential purpose. From the following particulars, advise him in selecting his option for self-occupied property. So actually SSC is having 3 houses and all the 3 houses he is using as self-occupied. The Income Tax Act says any 2 of the houses can be treated as self-occupied. The 3rd house should be treated as deemed to be let out. And income should be computed as usual, as if it is let out. Then MRV is given 10,000 per month, 9,000 per month, 8,000. 3 houses. Fair rental value 12,500, 10,000, 9,000. Municipal taxes paid 18,000, 16,200, 15,000. Interest on loan taken to repair the house 14,000, 20,000, 30,000. Insurance, ignore insurance. Now working note. The SSC can choose any 2 houses as self-occupied houses and the 3rd house will be treated as deemed to be let out. Just now I told you. This is the provision under Income Tax Act. A person cannot treat 3-4 houses all as self-occupied. Only 2 houses can be treated as self-occupied. The SSC will evaluate and calculate the total income from the house property from different combinations. That means the SSC will see which option is better. 3 different options are there. He can treat the first and second as self-occupied and third as let out. He can treat first as self-occupied and third as self-occupied, second as deemed to be let out. Third option is first is deemed to be let out, second and third is self-occupied. So different combinations we make and find out what is the income from house property. Whichever combination has the lower income from house property, that option the SSC will choose in order to reduce the tax liability. Now options. The options are option 1, house 1 is deemed to be let out and house 2 and 3 as self-occupied. Then second, house 2 will be treated as deemed to be let out and first and third house as self-occupied. Third option, house 3 will be treated as deemed to be let out and house number 1 and 2 will be treated as self-occupied. Now we evaluate all the 3 options. Now computation of income from house number 1, house 1 as deemed to be let out. First house we are treating it as deemed to be let out. GAV, income from house number 1. GAV, gross annual value. GAV is higher of the 3 amounts, MRV, FRV, ARV, but ARV is not there. Actual rental value is not there because not let out, it is self-occupied only. So MRV or FRV, whichever is higher, so GAV is 1,50,000. Municipal taxes paid 18,000, NAV 1,32,000, standard deduction 24A 30% of NAV, interest on loan taken to repair the house 14,000. So income from house number 1, which is deemed to be let out, is 78,400. So first house deemed to be let out, 74 houses. Now loss from second house and third house. Actually second and third house will be treated as deemed to be let out, self-occupied. For self-occupied house, annual value is nil, but deductions will be given for interest paid on loan taken to repair the house. It is given in the problem. So second and third house, how much is the interest charges? You can see here. Interest on loan taken to repair the house, second 20,000 and 30,000. So second house it is 20,000, third house is 30,000. Maximum deduction is given only for 30,000. It will not be given 50,000. Remember, 30,000. 2 houses are there. If you combine the interest comes to 50,000. But Income Tax Act says the maximum limit of repair and interest on loan taken to repair the house is 30,000 only. So combined 30,000, not more than 30,000. So 48,400 is the income from house property if option 1 is selected. Option 1 क्या था? First house deemed to be let out, second and third house self occupied. अगर ये ऑप्शन चूज करेंगे तो इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी 48,400. Similarly, we will come to the second option. Computation of income from house 2 as deemed to be let out. Second option में house number 2 is treated as deemed to be let out. House number 1 and 3 will be treated as self-occupied. Now we calculate what is the income from deemed to be let out house, which is house number 2. Gross annual value, again we will take the MRV, FRV, whichever is higher, that is 1,20,000. Municipal taxes paid allowed, NAV 1,03,800. Standard deduction 30% of NAV 31,140. Interest on loan taken to repair the house 20,000. So 52,600 is the income from second house, which is treated as deemed to be let out. Now, income from second house 52,600. Just now we got. Loss from first house and second house, that is interest paid on loan taken to repair the house, again 30,000. So income from house property is 22,660. If the SSC choose the second option, the income from house property 22,660. Now option 3. In option 3, what is happening? The third house will be treated as deemed to be let out. House number 3 will be treated as deemed to be let out. First house and second house will be treated as self-occupied. So house number 3 as deemed to be let out. GAV, higher of FRV and MRV, that is 1,08,000. Municipal taxes 15,000. NAV is 93,000. Standard deduction 30% of NAV. Interest on loan taken 30,000. So total 57,900. So income from deemed to be let out house is 35,100. Now, income from third house is 35,100 minus interest on loan taken to repair the house. Loss from first house and second house. It comes to maximum 30,000, not more than 30,000. So 5,100. Income from house property comes to 5,100. Now evaluation of income from house property from the 3 options. In option number 1, the income from house property just now we have calculated 48,400. Option number 2, 22,660. Option number 3 is 5,100. So where the income from house property is the lowest, 5,100. So SSC will choose option 3. What is option number 3? First house self-occupied, second house self-occupied, third house deemed to be let out. अगर ये option choose करेंगे तो SSC का income from house property only 5,100 आएगा. उसका tax liability कम होगा. अगर फर्स्ट ऑप्शन चूज करेंगे तो उसका इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी 48,400. मोर इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी, ही हैज टू पे मोर टैक्स, राइट? So on comparing the situation, it is advisable to opt first and second house as self-occupied and house number 3 as deemed to be let out, right? So this is the end of 18th problem. That's it. So totally 18 problems I have selected. 18 problems I have selected for computing income from house property. So practice these problems. If you simply watch the video, listen the lecture, you cannot be able to understand until and unless you make the running notes. Practice these problems, then confidently you can write in examination and you can get good marks. So I wish you all the best for your preparations, and inshallah we will continue the next topic, that is profits and gains of business and profession, PGBP. Profits and gains, PGBP, will start in the next video. So if you are satisfied, give a like to the video, share my channel, give the comments and subscribe my channel.